Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Keep on bluffing, but I just can't win. Drown my sorrows, but they learn to swim. Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Head in a bottle, put my heart in a case. Yeah, it's getting harder to act my age. Play a sad song on a tiny violin for the man at the bar confessing his sins. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. Love keeps knocking, but I just stay home. I ain't picking no flowers for the seeds that I'm sown. They say it gets darker when you're coming on down. Still looking for the right at the end of my wrongs. At the end of my wrongs. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. It's a little good news. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil wouldn't walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. All I really need is a little. Something bring me back to the middle. All I really need is a little good news.
Two in, two up, back ends, booked up. Look up, I'm flying, yeah, I'm free now. See now, society's time me release now. Crazy, I'm finna go see now. Big style, big deals, vitamin water, that's a big one. 6 mil, coach came to me like I'm D1, like Will. Got 17 hours to the flight out. Only got time for a night out. So tell me what you want from me. We ain't getting no younger. So tell me what you want from me. We ain't got too long, no. You know I gotta catch my flight. You know I gotta reach new heights again. You know we running up at night. You know I only get one life for this. The night, the night, the night, hell of a night. The night, the night, the night, hell of a night. Okay, let's go. I'm really living like the text went through. J. Cole said it's memes and mules, but I'm the king and adjusted all. Really wanna wipe me down. I got more patience than a hospital. Sweaties better beef with me. They never beef with life's obstacles. I'm bad as a bone out. I'm way too toned to be toned down. Too big, so I'm cocky. From the back while I'm Twitter with my phone out. Got an Eminem deal, but I'm Hershey. 6'2", dark skin with a purpose. Never voicemail on my phone last night. night to myself, saying little circus, yeah. You know I gotta catch my flight. You know I gotta reach new heights again. You know I run it up at night. You know I only get one life for this. The night, hell of a night. The night, hell of a
Broken glass of a bottle makes a Jagger rock. Right now I got two shaky hands, only one way to stop. And I haven't touched it for 7 hours, 3 minutes. Hardly up, already wanna quitting. Sweating in an old church basement, wishing I was. Never thought I'd say this.
Hello, my name's Jason.
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. The broken man in the mirror can't look at me 'cause he's guilty. And I swear that the last couple months that tried to kill me. By the time I saw it coming, it was done with already. It's hard to run from it when it runs in the family. A problem with 1,000 more it's causing. Damn, it's exhausting. This is why I walked in.
Thanks for letting me share, y'all.
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. I'm tired of being broken. I'm sick of feeling hopeless. Way down here at my lowest. At the end of my road, at the end of my road. So what do I do? So what do I do? What do I do? And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on.
now from downtown Minneapolis, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us inside beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium, the home of the Vikings. One ticket remaining to be punched for the championship round next week. We're all set and off we go on EA Sports. We'll get across the 20 and mark them at the 22-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
And I think this is something we're going to see a lot here tonight. The ability to use this run game to really set the tone coming out here for this offense.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. They'll go again with Swift, and they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd down and 9. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. He'll swing this out to Swift. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now This defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
Scoring first, so critical in a playoff game. They've got it here, first and goal. Williams to the air once more. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start from their own 7.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. That's his first grab in this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end, and they will finally run him down.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Now a give on the ground. And he'll twist his way to a good run. A pickup of 7 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. And he won't quite make it to the pylon. He's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well. They'll try to run this one in. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Vikings. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Vikings are out to a 7-0 lead here in this divisional playoff matchup. Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. From the 6, here comes a return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So they come to the line for first down and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he'll get about 6 there. Of second down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Quick throw, taken in, and that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. They'll try the right side with Swift. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Room to maneuver at the 35. And they bring him down, but not until...
Job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
They'll run with Swift. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
This is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. If you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take him down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. Throwing is Williams. He's going to run it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit. Like, there was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Here's Williams now to throw. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Bears.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
The extra point try forthcoming. His kick is good. And the Bears will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. But he'll gather it back in. 1 quarter down in this NFC divisional round matchup. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. Ooh. They're going to work this down inside the 45.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he is not going to get away. Might have got the yard, but it will set up 3rd down. this one up on the ground. It looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's gotten enough. They convert on third down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over here at their own 22.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
That's caught on the right side by Waddle. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Williams. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They go.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw, it's Williams. He's going to tuck it and go. A gain there of 21. Good for a Bears first down.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield. It's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up the big game. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward. And the Vikings will have great field position right around midfield.
Well, with this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. He manages to get the throw away and completes it.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing again is McCarthy. Flowers with the catch. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. In trouble, and down he goes. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, here's McCarthy. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. And he's going to pick up the Vikings 1st down, and it's a big letdown there defensively. Somehow they allow them to convert on 4th and long. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch and they can't get out in front.
Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And good hard running will get him down close to a 1st down. Might be a yard short. Here's 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, and here's McCarthy. And he's in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
We started saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. He'll swing this out to Swift. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
Throwing again, Williams. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Throw it again. It's Williams. This one deep and looking for Melton. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. We are set for the second half kickoff. One of these teams ready to book a date in the NFC Championship game next week. We are back at it with the third quarter. First and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. On first down, here's McCarthy. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision, it gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Second and a yard. Now McCarthy. Quick throw, taken in. Finding room at midfield. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Well, sometimes as a play caller, it's pretty easy. Get the ball into the hands of your best players. In this case, a wide receiver screen. Get it to him quick, get some blockers out in front, let him do the rest after the catch, and he picks up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate. And great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. From his interior spot, that's Derek Brown on the tackle. Williams to throw on 2nd down. He'll go underneath to Swift. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
3rd and 5. Here's Williams now to throw. He'll find Woods. That one is caught. And he's going to have the first down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. Whoa, things are getting tougher. It's now 3rd and 15. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
They'll indeed go. It's Williams. That's taken in. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. How's that for a big decision paying off? A gain of 28 yards on 4th down. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Try to throw again. Here's Williams. It's made. That's Woods.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And he's going to complete this to Waddle, working across the field. And he will get into the end zone. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Chicago. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will be... The 30-yard line. Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. Got a man. Good job coming back for the ball on the completion. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. He's across midfield. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. What does that do? Gets you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
The screen works for 10 yards and a 1st down.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. Ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field.
Throwing again is McCarthy. A throw on the move is caught. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. To throw once more, here's McCarthy. This one caught at the 4. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up first and goal.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. Here's a run. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Throwing is Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target. Now it's going to be third down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. Remember, he had the touchdown catch from last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Off play action. Here's Williams. He keeps it himself.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Here's Williams on first and 10. This one complete to Melton. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
They'll go with the sneak. looking for that crease inside, and that did not break the play. No doubt about it. They are going to mark him short. Another shot from the one on second and goal. They'll try to run with Swift, and he will score. Game on. DeAndre Swift, touchdown Bears. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. Nevis, good on the extra point. And the Bears are back to within 7. It's 28-21. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Drive will start on the ground. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7. Here's McCarthy. One knocked away. It's incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And McCarthy's going to get down and pick up the first down. Good, smart play with the slide by J.J.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. This one caught downfield by Flowers. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 31 yards. There's that man again, another catch. And he's close to another first down. This is brought down just shy of the marker. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's got another one. Touchdown, Vikings. Saving his best for the playoffs. His third touchdown of the game. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to throw yourself back in it.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. Williams. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone. I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down.
On second down, it's Williams. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Here's Williams. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that's going to be incomplete.